and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the Canuck Podcast, the podcast done by fans for fans of everything nerdy. I am, of course, Lord X, and I welcome you to episode 69. Not a sex joke to be made. And joining me this week, he's still building his army of amiibos. It's Israel Pacheco.
Yeah, sponsored by the Spanish music playing in the background.
How are you doing this week, Izzy?
Doing good. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. That's good to hear, man. Good to hear. We've got a massive show here this week because we have the games of February. We have 8 news stories because it's been a while since we've done a podcast, and of course our been playing, been watching, been reading, our self-promotion, etc., etc. And just before we start, I think this podcast will be going up on the 31st. I'll be trying to do that anyway, but it may very well be closer to the 2-year anniversary of the Canuck podcast, which is February 4th, so if we don't have a podcast going up on that day, happy 2-year anniversary to us a little bit early.
Yeah, that's crazy that's been going on for that long already.
I know, it does not seem that long at all.
Mm.
Anyways, let's dive into the games of the month, and February is our very first big month of the year. The calm before the storm is over. The first bit of rain is starting to fall.
Yeah.
So let's dive into these bad boys. On the 1st of February, we have There Came an Echo for Windows, Mac, Linux, PS4, and Xbox One. Not exactly sure what that is.
I haven't heard about it either.
Well then, moving on to the 3rd. We have Criminal Girls Invite Only for the PlayStation Vita, Go NIS. Game of Thrones Episode 2, The Lost Lords for Windows, Mac, PS3, and PS4. And SpongeBob Hero Pants for 3DS, 360, and PlayStation Vita. That's an odd lineup for that game.
That is some odd choices, especially Vita.
Well, the 360 stands out there. It's like, oh, well, Microsoft doesn't have a handheld. Just put it on the 360 for them.
Yeah, I guess it would make sense 360 and PS3 and maybe Wii U, since this is, geared to a younger audience, but that's weird.
Of course, the big one there is the Game of Thrones.
Wiener. 69, it works.
Yeah, excited to dive into that game. Part 1 was awesome, so episode 2
Yeah,
should be
I
great.
enjoyed part 1 too.
And of course, Criminal Girls. It's NIS. It's a little bit pervy, I guess. Just go Google Criminal Girls Invite Only. You'll see what I mean.
I'm about to Google that.
Well, while Izzy does that, we move on to the 4th. We have Game of Thrones again, and Game of Thrones for the 360 and Xbox One,
What
and,
in the...
and Grow Home for Windows. And just on the 5th, we have Game of Thrones for iOS and Android.
Yeah, this is weird.
Uh,
Okay, let's close that page out.
Alright, well, moving on to the 10th, arguably the first big day of the month, we have Evolve for Windows, PS4, and Xbox One, Story of Seasons for the 3DS, About to Sneeze, nope, and Unmechanical Extended for PS4 and PS3. So, Evolve comes out. Yay!
I'm interested in About to Sneeze. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, Evolve, that's been handled really, really poorly. Just with the way Turtle Rock is doing this. I don't know if it's their decision or if it's their publisher's decision, the way that they're dealing with all the content in this game and the different monsters. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. This is something I'm going to completely pass on just for the sake of not supporting this type of thing.
Yeah, I think Jim Sterling had the best video on that. How we've all fell down the bullshit tree.
Yeah, that was a really good video. Yeah.
Yeah, not interested in either. Story of Seasons, I believe that's the next Harvest Moon, if I'm
Yeah, I think it's like a successor to it, like I guess like a new take on the Harvest Moon franchise.
Hmm. That might be interesting. And on Mechanical, I'm not exactly sure what that is. Another indie title, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, moving on to the 13th. We have Ace Combat Assault Horizon and Legacy Plus for the 3DS and new 3DS. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for the 3DS. The Escapist is releasing for Xbox One. And The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D for the 3DS. And of course, the new 3DS launches on that day as well. Big day for
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Looks like a good day. Ace Combat, I've never tried one of those games. As far as I know, maybe I did back on the PS2 because I remember there were several of those games on the PS2. It was pretty big during that generation, the Ace Combat series. Monster Hunter, I've never gotten into. This one has me somewhat intrigued, so maybe down the line sometime later on in the year, I might pick it up, whenever there's a drought, which there probably isn't going to be until somewhere
June.
in summer. Yeah.
July, really.
July, because Batman's in June. But The Escapist, I haven't heard of that game, so I'm guessing it's like a digital downloadable title.
Yeah, it's currently on early access on Steam. It's a prison simulator game, basically, where you're trying to escape prison.
And then Majora's Mask 3D, yep, I'll be getting that. I don't know if I'm going to get it right away, but yeah, probably going to be getting that within the first few weeks it's out.
Yeah, I've got it pre-ordered, so it's one
With
of
the
6
figure,
videos.
damn it.
Alright, well, moving on to the 14th, we have...
This works with this episode.
Oh yeah, we have Seduce Me for Windows, Mac, and Linux.
I haven't heard about this, but I could only imagine what this game's about.
Yep. Moving on to the 17th, we have Dead or Alive 5, speaking of Seduce Me, Last Round for Windows, PS4, Xbox One, PS3, and 360, and Total War Attila for Windows.
Yeah, this is what, like the third re-release of Dead or Alive 5?
I think so, yeah.
Because I know they had Dead or Alive 5, then I think they had Plus.
Yep.
And now they have Last Round, so they went the Capcom route with re-releasing their games.
Yeah, which is fine. That game is awesome.
I've never really been into the Dead or Alive series. For whatever reason, I just don't like the combat style, but I know a lot of people enjoy it out there.
Me, I'm one of them. I actually prefer that style over like Street Fighter or even Mortal Kombat to an extent, to be honest. Alright, so moving forward on the 20th, we have Black Hole for Windows, Mac, and Linux, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse for the Wii U, The Order 1886 for PS4, and American Truck Simulator for Windows. Massive day. I actually wanted 3 or 4 of these games.
Yeah, The Order is definitely day one for me that day. Kirby, I know I'm going to get sometime. I'm just not sure if I'm going to pick it up right away. It is cool, though, that they have confirmed that it's $40. It's a budget release. It isn't $60,
That's really nice.
Which I'm digging.
Yep. And personally, I'm actually really excited for American Truck Simulator. I am throwing that in there now. I am excited for that game. I actually recently started playing Euro Truck Simulator 2 again, and that game's just so relaxing. And just the fact that I'd be able to like understand a bit more in an actual North American setting, that it's going to be nice. Alright, well, going ahead, on the 24th, we have Dragon Ball Xenoverse for PS3, PS4, 360, and Xbox One. Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires for Windows, PS4, Xbox One, and PS3. Oh dear fuck. HTOL hashtag NIQ The Firefly Diary for PlayStation Vita. Go NIS. Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart for PlayStation Vita. Go Idea Factory. Resident Evil Revelations 2 Episode 1 for PS3, PS4. And Under Night in Birth X Lat for PS3. That's a mouthful day right there.
Yeah, that's a lot of complicated words. Yeah, none of those for me personally. I'll probably wait till Revelations 2 is released all in one collection, which I know is going to happen about a month later. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse, I have no faith in because the last like 5 Dragon Ball games
Yeah,
have been
I want to
terrible.
believe, but
I want it to be good. I think it's cool that you could go back and like you
rewrite
have to.
history, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. All those sequences that you could go back and rewrite history, but
It's definitely one worth
yeah,
waiting for reviews.
the last one that I really enjoyed was Burst Limit on Xbox 360, which was maybe 2008, 2009. It was a
I-
very long time ago.
I did not like that game at all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Burst Limit was the last one that I really liked. Then after that, they did like because it was still like 2D, and they did like Raging Blast and all
No,
those
wait,
other
that's
ones.
the one I didn't like, Raging Blast.
Yeah, that I think because that one was like the Tenkaichi games and it had like the open world. Like this is like that. This isn't like the original Budokai series, Xenoverse. It's like the Tenkaichi, I guess trilogy you would say.
Hell, I'd like it if they just brought back like an HD Budokai collection. That'd be nice.
Yeah, when they did that, it just didn't come out too well because it was missing a lot of the pieces. Like they released it and they had Budokai 1 and 3. They were missing Budokai 2.
We don't talk about Budokai 2.
And then I enjoyed it. It wasn't that bad. But yeah, it was missing music because there was a lot of music that supposedly wasn't, was illegally used for whatever reason. I don't know if you know the controversy behind that, but it was like stolen pieces of music that they use in Budokai. So.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
As for the day for me, I am very much interested in Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart for the Vita. I will probably end up splurging and getting that because I absolutely love that series. And this one's more of a strategy RPG like Final Fantasy Tactics, so that's even better in my opinion. Other than that, I'm interested in Revelations 2, but like yourself, it's one I can definitely wait on. Though I think you can just buy the season pass for $25, so it's the same as a Telltale game, really.
Yeah, but a month later, they're like releasing it on disc, so it's kind of like...
Oh, Jesus, yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Other than that, the Firefly Diary I am interested in. It's being published by NIS, so it's got my interest, but yeah, I saw gameplay of it and I'm like, it's not one that I really wanted to pre-order or anything. Alright, so moving onwards, a day later, we have on the 25th, Resident Evil Revelations 2 Episode 1 for 360, the One, and Windows. Homeworld Remastered Collection gets released on Windows. And Oddworld New and Tasty makes its Windows, Mac, and Linux debut. And just to wrap up, on the 27th, we have Dragon Ball Xenoverse releasing on Windows.
Yeah. It's, yeah, none of those, besides Revelations, of course, which we already spoke about. New and Tasty I had bought on PS4, just never got around to it. Another one of those games that I was talking about the other day that's eventually going to be on PlayStation Plus. But, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in Homeworld, but it's going to be on Steam, so I'll just wait for a 75% off discount.
Yeah. Wasn't that already on consoles, right? It's
Homeworld?
just getting to PC.
No, it's an...
Am I confused? No, I'm confusing it with Out of This World. My mistake.
Yeah, Homeworld is an old strategy PC game that Gearbox got the rights to, and now they're remastering.
Okay,
And it
yeah.
looks good.
Those
It
two.
does look good. And
Hmm.
of course, we have the to-be-announced releases. These go with Ironfall Invasion for the 3DS, Pokemon Shuffle for the 3DS, The Sims 4 for Mac, War of the Overworld for Windows, Mac, and Linux, and the release that has Big Boss smiling, and all of us here at the Canuck Podcast smiling because we love this game. Don Bradman Cricket 14 releasing on PS4 and Xbox One. That's right. If you were waiting for a next gen release of Cricket, it's coming. Maybe it this month. But
Maybe if it doesn't get
yeah,
pushed back
yeah, don't be
or
surprised.
canceled. I don't know.
Yeah, don't be surprised if we're reading that one again next month, because I swear last year we were reading Don Bradman Cricket like every single month for games of the month.
Mm.
But yeah, lots of releases for February. The start of the onslaught. Next month's even worse. Much worse.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff coming out in March.
hmm You mentioned PlayStation Plus, so while we're still in the games of the month, just to make mention of February's PlayStation Plus lineup, on the 3rd for PlayStation 4, we're getting Transistor and Apotheon. For PS3, we're getting Yakuza 4 and Thief. And for the Vita, we're getting Rogue Legacy, which is actually cross-buy, so you can play that on your PS4 and PS3 as well. And Kick and Fendrick. So, a very nice PlayStation Plus lineup for February.
Yeah, it's a good month.
Yep, and for those of you that haven't played Yakuza 4, play it when it comes out, because that game is awesome.
Yeah, I need to play it, but I actually own it on disc already. I just never got around to it.
Alright, so with that, let's dive into the onslaught of news stories that we have this week. And why don't you kick us off, Izzy?
So, coming out of PAX South, which took place last weekend down in Texas, if I'm not mistaken,
Mm-hmm.
Gearbox announced that they're ready to begin working on Borderlands 3, which was shocking to me because I thought they were already working on Borderlands 3. And it just seemed strange, this whole announcement of like, hey, guys, we're ready to start and we need your help. Like, we're hiring. Like, okay, so when are we getting Borderlands 3? In 2018? Like, I don't know. It's
and
just weird.
mhm. And their lead writer actually left them today.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he's gone off to write a comedy series for Hulu, I believe.
Hmm.
So that's not too good. So maybe they do need all the help they can get.
Yeah.
Uh,
I,
but,
I, I
but
don't
you
know
know,
what's
I
going
kind of like this though. Like they just put it out there. It's like, yeah, we're not doing the same thing right now, but we want to work on it, and we'll eventually do it.
Yeah, I know they're working on what's
Duke
the name of their
Nukem
new
Forever
town?
2.
What's their new
Yeah,
Battleborn? Is it?
yeah, I believe it's Battleborn.
Is it? That sound right?
Something like that. Anyway, yeah.
I don't know. It's got a goofy name, but yeah, they're working on that, which I'm not really interested in. But
hmm All right.
we'll see what happens with the Borderlands franchise. Which, well, what the hell is videos playing in the background? What
I
is that?
I also just noticed, even though I mentioned the February free games, I had that on the news list, so that's one news story we can cut
Yeah.
out. um, let's continue with the PAX South news. Guild Wars 2 got its first expansion released, and I'm loading up the actual news story right now. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns expansion has been announced. About 2 years after the game's initial release, actually. Uh,
Wow.
da, 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 da. New content, yeah. Usually for an expansion pack, the developer has revealed they will not be raising the level cap in order to make sure all gear and content is still relevant. Put simply, the mastery system will enable you to survive the jungle and facing its new foes. Okay, well, it seems interesting. I'm sure anybody that plays Guild Wars 2, this is very exciting for you.
Hmm. I heard that game did pretty well, alright.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is this the one that was you just paid up front, right?
Yep.
You just paid the $60 and you didn't have to pay the subscription.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you pay your $60 and boom, done. It's yours.
Pretty cool.
Alright, moving
So,
forward.
moving forward, PlanetSide 2, which is a massively online multiplayer first-person shooter,
Coming
is
soon to PS4.
which is coming soon to PS4, is boasting that it's going to have the most players in a first-person shooter battle out of any game in history, and this record is going to be 1,158 players simultaneously playing.
Didn't they set didn't they set the record?
No, well, they're setting this record, but it's crazy. That I don't know how this is even possible to have
Yeah.
that many players concurrently playing a game. It's just massive.
Yeah, I can only imagine the lag that happened there.
Yeah, I don't know
Ah, fuck.
how they're gonna pull this off.
Yeah, wow. That's actually insane, really. Wow. Alright, well, guess we can keep going forward, diving into our first batch of movie news. And that is has confirmed that they are developing a live-action X-Men TV series. However, Fox doesn't actually own the rights to the X-Men to do TV shows. They only have the movie rights for the X-Men, so they're actually in negotiations right now with Marvel, trying to get TV rights to make a series.
Mhm.
Now
If I was Marvel, I'd be like, hell no.
Yeah, I can just see, what's his name, Jon Favreau, just like sitting back going, you want to do this, eh?
Hmm.
Like, oh man. Just imagine if, like, they can strike out a deal, like, Marvel's like, you know what? You can do a TV show. However,
As long as we could use the characters in our movies.
yeah. Like, imagine if they got the rights to Wolverine back, just like Wolverine alone.
Yeah,
That would be insane.
that'd be really cool.
And maybe Deadpool 2, Marvel, hint hint, nudge nudge.
Yeah. I'd like to see what they would do. I know they're finally supposedly going forward on the Ryan Reynolds movie, so we'll see how that turns out.
It starts filming next month in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So, on the comic book adaptation front, the former Doctor Who star David Tennant is going to be playing Zebediah Kilgrave, aka the Purple Man, in the upcoming Jessica Jones series, being distributed by Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a fan of Doctor Who, but I can't say if I am because I haven't watched it before. But so I'm not familiar with this guy's, his credentials in terms of his acting capabilities. But it's cool that they're expanding this, and Netflix is really going ahead and getting some top talent
Mm-hmm.
to star in these series.
Yep. As a Doctor Who fan, Tennant was one of my favorite Doctors, I'll have to admit. His last, well, not his very last, but one of his last stint on the normal season did make me cry, so he did well. The fact that they got him, I think, is absolutely awesome. I do believe he can play Purple Man extremely well, so very good casting there by Marvel. It's also kind of weird because Marvel's going, like, every Doctor Who character that's been good, they've been turning into a villain for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because you had Christopher Eccleston, who played Malekith in the second Thor movie. You
Hmm.
had Karen Gillan, who was one of the Doctor's companions, one of the best companions, might I add, as well, play Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy. And now you have David Tennant, another Doctor, playing one of the most sadistic and fucked up Marvel villains of all time. So,
Yeah, that's cool that they're really looks like they're taking this really seriously.
hmm and speaking of people taking things really seriously, X-Men Apocalypse has actually casted some new people. They've casted a new Storm, Jean Grey, and Cyclops. Now, I actually have no idea who the Storm and Cyclops actors are, but the one playing Jean Grey is actually going to be, a Stark. Sophie
Hmm.
Turner, who actually plays Sansa Stark on Game of Thrones.
Hmm. I didn't realize it was her.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I think she can do a good job. I mean, she could, well, one of my most hated characters on Game of Thrones, so she can play one of my most hated X-Men characters as well. As for the other two actors, they're, get their names here. Alexandria Shipp will play Storm, and Ty Sheridan will star as Cyclops. I actually have not seen their work before.
Mm.
So yeah.
But it could be good, since they're not actors that really stand out there. Like we've seen
Yeah.
that before, like Mark Hamill in Star Wars,
hmm
or even Hugh Jackman before he did Wolverine. That was really the role that
Defined him, yeah.
defined him. Yeah.
So, good on Fox for some really good casting there. Well, maybe
Mm.
good casting.
Yeah, we gotta wait and see how it turns out. But I'm pretty confident in them, especially after Days of Future Past, which was really good.
hmm Yep. Alright, and you've got our final news story.
So the last and final story.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, it's strange that this is actually happening because it's been rumored so long that there would be a third Ghostbusters film, and they never could come to terms with all the original actors, and of course,
I still say there was an official third Ghostbusters film, and that
oh,
was
the
the
video game.
Ghostbusters the video game.
uh I need to buy that. I never got around to picking that up. But yeah, there's going to be a reboot of the Ghostbusters classic movies from the 80s, of course, and they have casted the four lead roles, which are not males. They're all females, and it's, I guess, former and current SNL cast members, Kristen Wiig, Kate Wickinen, Leslie Jones, and of course Melissa McCarthy. She's not from SNL, but she's been in several films as of late. So, yeah, it's crazy that this is actually happening, and it's even crazier that it's an all-female cast. I'm not one of those people that's going, like, completely crazy,
hmm
like other people are.
mm.
But,
Yeah, I have nothing against going with an all-female cast for Ghostbusters. I'm not sure if this was the best cast they could go with.
mhm.
um, yeah, I can't remember who it was now that, I think it was Andre the Black Nerd actually. He mentioned where it was like, Paul Fig is doing this, so Melissa McCarthy, she's definitely going to be in it, and lo and behold, there she is.
Mhm.
It's like, you gotta wonder if they actually took in consideration who was best for the part, or like, who they could get, like, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, it's like Megan Fox in the Michael Bay movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see how this turns out. I really have no expectations And this is not a knock on 'em because it's all female cast. Not that I'm being sexist. It's just at this point I've kind of, you know,
Just want a
it.
good Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, it's just past the point of wanting a film. Like it's been so long in gestation that I kind of don't care at this point anymore. So we'll see how it turns out. The original, two Ghostbusters films, or something that I really enjoyed as a kid growing up.
Hmm.
But they never were up there for me like they are for a lot of people I know. Maybe that they're a little older, maybe closer to their 30s. I think for that generation, it's like a really big film.
Hmm.
Um, Not me necessarily. I enjoyed them and everything, and they're memorable movies.
Hmm.
But it's not like some of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. And besides, like, again, going back to Andre, like, he mentions, like, is this going to ruin your childhood? No, those first two movies, they're still going to exist. They're
Yeah.
still alive and well. It's like, this is just going to be another movie.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I'm interested. Can't say I'm hyped or anything for it. Maybe once we see something and it starts looking good, because I never saw it, but apparently Bridesmaids was an awesome movie.
Hmm.
So who knows?
No, I haven't
Maybe we
seen
will.
it.
But I do laugh at, I can't remember, going again, maybe it's back at Andre again, but somebody mentioned that it's like, oh, maybe they won't go with the stereotype again of like three white people and one black person. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, way
So
to
they're
go.
sticking to that from
Yeah.
the original movies. Oh man.
I still hope that Chris Pratt and what's his name, Channing Tatum get to do their Ghostbusters movie. I would watch that in a heartbeat.
Hmm.
Get I don't know Peter Dinklage in there as well. Let's do it.
Oh, Peter Dinklage as like the slime. Like
You can be the witty
that'd be.
ghost.
Yeah. So that wraps it up for this week in terms of news stories.
Yep.
Nothing too major.
No, I'm sure there's some stuff that we've missed because it's been a fairly busy week.
Mhm.
There's, well, Sega firing people,
Well,
joysticks going down
Sega.
the drain.
Yeah, Sega just downsizing and moving to mobile and the PC market, which is, I don't know, somebody needs to buy that company.
Yep.
Sony,
As
come on.
long as they don't fuck over Atlas. If they fuck over Atlas, get the pitchforks and torches ready.
Sony, come on, buy them, please. Buy them. I need my Shenmue 3. Um,
Imagine if Sony like pulled a Disney and just bought them and announced right away Shenmue 3.
dude, I'd be crying. Oh man, that'd be amazing. But I guess speaking of games, that we can move into our been playing section
Indeed we can.
for this week. So I'll kick this off. The usual game that's always on my list, Mario Kart 8. Still playing that online every now and then.
Hmm.
Still super fun. Next game I got here is another Wii U game, which I just got back to. I never finished it when I first picked it up, and that is Hyrule Warriors.
Hmm.
I went through about a day or maybe 2 days ago, and I beat the Skyward Sword theme stages that they have,
Nice.
and they were fun. They were pretty cool. I didn't
Getting
really understand too much of them because I haven't played through Skyward Sword, so I wasn't like familiar with Girahim
Hmm.
and some of the other cameos that they make. But it was cool. I'm just looking forward to finally getting through this and maybe picking up some of the DLC once I play through the proper game, all the content. Not all the content, but all the levels that are there.
Hmm. You getting ready for that Tingle DLC?
Yeah, I want to get it just to play as Tingle, honestly. I want to finish it up. I looked and I'm maybe halfway through. I didn't realize this game was that long, but I guess it all depends if you know the strategy for the stage that you're playing
Hmm.
to complete it quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we move it on to you.
All right. Well, for myself, I've got a few games. Not much to say on any of them, really. I bought Ollie Ollie off of the indie sale last weekend. After, of course, I used my discount code. Playing that, and I'm actually really digging that game. It is addictive and fun as hell.
I
Actually,
did hear it was really good. I'm just waiting for it to show up on Plus.
I got it for $3, so.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the old Tony Hawk games that used to release on the Game Boy Color. Actually, it's like that kind of 2D style. Other than that, I've been playing Citizens of Earth, which I will actually talk about in a bit in our shameless self-promotion. I popped back in WWE 2K15 for whatever reason and started playing a little bit more of the rivalries mode. So I've played a few matches there. I do enjoy the game. It's not the best. It's a good start for them, and I think this year the game will be really good, just based on what they have done.
Mm-hmm.
And probably the biggest game for me I started playing last night or the night before, Tales of Hearts-R on the Vita. Finally diving into that game, and I'm enjoying every minute of it so far. The music's just beautiful, and the gameplay is fun like any other Tales game. So yeah, I will probably be playing that for the next while until I beat it. I'm practically hooked at the moment. So
That one is the remake to the DS game, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not big into RPGs, but
You
I was
got
still
that one,
wanting.
don't you?
Tales of Hearts R? No, I never picked it up.
Oh, I thought you had pre-ordered it though.
I was thinking of pre-ordering it because I don't know if it was the same in Canada. It was like a GameStop exclusive, the physical version. So yeah, I never got around to picking it up.
Okay. Yep, well, it's really fun. I do highly recommend it if you ever get the chance on picking it up. It is worth buying.
Mhm.
And hey, it's a Vita game you can actually play.
Yeah, it's exclusive. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, even if it's a remake, it's still exclusive.
Mhm.
But yeah, the last and final game that I've been playing, which this is the third time I buy this game. Which the first time I bought it on 360, I wasn't feeling it, got rid of it. Second time I bought it on PS3, wasn't feeling it, got rid of it. I rebought it on 360, and I'm finally enjoying it, and that is Batman Arkham Origins, which I'm finally, like today, like I bought it yesterday, since today I had off, so I figured I'd give it a go today and focus on that game. I didn't get incredibly far in it. I'll probably hop back into this once we're done here, but I'm finally up to a point where I got past where I was the first two times I played it.
Nice.
So that part is like right when you start looking for this guy named the Joker, which is early on in the game, and you're just piecing the puzzle together of what happened to Black Mask and who killed him, and it's cool. Like I don't know what it was. It didn't strike me that it was a very good game the first two times I played it, but now I'm enjoying it. The combat is still fantastic. Like it's so addicting. Like I just find myself, how you're going around the city like gliding. When I see people, I just want to beat the crap out of them so I can get some upgrades. So it's super fun. The story is actually really good from what I've played so far. I'm digging where they're going. I could already see what they're trying to do with the Joker. But yeah, I'm happy I gave this other game a shot, especially since I crapped on it so much in the past. But I could say that I was wrong about this game. I haven't finished it yet, but so far what I've been playing of it, I was kind of wrong. I guess whenever I played it, it just didn't hit me right.
Right on. Yeah, I need to get back to that. I think I uninstalled it from Steam, actually. But
Hmm.
I'm going to call it here now. Either April or May, it's going to be PlayStation Plus for PS3.
Oh, you think so?
Calling it now. Just because Batman Arkham Knight comes out in June, I bet you they will release it on Plus, since they've already given out City and Asylum for free in the past.
Yeah, that's why I was playing it too because I want to get through it. Even if this is not, one of the rock steady games,
Hmm.
I still want to get through it since it's like their origin story. I know they're not considering canon. They're completely disregarding this game like it doesn't even exist. They're like, yeah, we're finally finishing our trilogy this year. But,
Yeah.
yeah, Arkham Origins. Forgot about that one.
Yeah, it's the X-Men Last Stand of the Batman games.
Yeah, it's not that bad though. Right now, that's bad.
I didn't call it the Origins Wolverine
X-Men
series, so.
Origins. Yeah, but it's a good game. I'm happy I'm giving it another shot. So I'm definitely excited for Arkham Knight. Like I got the collector's edition pre-ordered for that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I found it for like a good price. Like I was like, yeah. I was thinking I was on the fence if I was gonna get it or not, and then I found it for $60.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, Walmart had like an online deal, or it was like it came out to like 60, maybe two shipped, and I get it like not the day it comes out, but like a few days later.
Okay.
So that's a ridiculous deal though for the collector's edition.
Yeah,
So
damn. I'm paying like 119, I think, for it.
damn. Oh yeah, that's right, because you got the Canada tax. You got the price
Canada
hike.
hike, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Canadian dollar. Seriously, I just a little side here. I noticed this morning on Twitter, our friend Ozzy Legend, he was mentioning, what's that new game that Life is Strange or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, mentioning how like the price is more expensive on console for him than it is on PC, so he bought the PC version, even though he
Yeah.
wanted the PS4 one to get the platinum trophy. And it's like I looked at it and was like, it's like the fucking opposite here. Like Game of Thrones, for example, I could have bought the season pass on PC for I think it's like $30. I will actually check that right now. Uh,
Then on PS4, how much was it?
PS4, yeah, Game of Thrones on PC season pass $32.99. On PS4, $24.99.
Wow. That's weird.
Yeah, usually it's the other fucking way around.
Yeah, because usually it's cheaper on PC. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
strange.
It's like Steam, they boosted up their prices. Like they switched over to the Canadian dollar, so we have to deal with that bullshit now.
Yeah, I was looking at one of those like Steam boxes, but then I looked at the specs and I was like, man, my Xbox One is more powerful than this. Like it's like, and they're charging you like $500 for it. Like, come on, Alienware.
Hmm.
But then I was like, man, what about all those games that Steam doesn't support, like the Ubisoft stuff that you got to run through UPlay?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, so there's that. So yeah, fucking, I don't know. I'll probably get the game for my birthday anyway. It's around that time, so.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So let's dive into the bin watching. Since you took the lead into playing, I'll do it for the bin watching. I started watching Sword Art Online on Netflix. I've only watched the first 2 episodes yet.
Oh, I didn't know that was up there.
Not sure if it is on the American Netflix, but it is for Canadian Netflix, so I watched the first 2 episodes of that. I'm enjoying it so far, and it actually has me interested to pick up the game on Vita. Other than that, I've been watching Gotham, even though I need to catch up from this Monday's episode. They've gotten much better. Like, the show is actually really good now.
Wow.
So I'm very much happy that I stuck with it. It still has its problems here and there, but they're going in a really good direction with it. Then, of course, Arrow, which has been nothing but amazing lately. Same thing with The Flash. They have been doing nothing wrong. And I believe somebody tweeted out not too long ago that they saw the VFX for Gorilla Gord, so can't wait. I am so excited to see that super intelligent gorilla on TV. And of course, Agent Carter. Again, Marvel can do no wrong. That show has been extremely good. They're going into their final 4 episodes of that series now, and really excited to see what they have left to show, because it has been really good. The time period of the 1940s they have been nailing so well, especially with the sexism that went on back in the day, and how Peggy has actually, like, her responses to that are just, like, fantastic. They have been doing such a good job at displaying how hard it was for women back in that day.
Mm.
So yeah, big props to Marvel. They have been doing so good with that series, and really excited to see how they finish it off.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the Marvel TV shows. I've only seen like Gotham, like the first episode. I was like, I ain't watching this shit. But
Should have stuck with it.
yeah, I'll probably catch.
Hashtag Izzy was wrong.
Yeah, so for me, in terms of been watching, WWE, which I'm sure, of course, you've been watching too, the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, WWE doesn't know what the hell they're doing at this point, but everybody's kind of beat that like a dead horse. But
And just a little side note, I'm not sure when Rage will be able to do it, but we might have some more thoughts on the Royal Rumble coming up very soon in a special video.
yeah, that would be good. The next thing that I saw is the Rise of the, not Rise, I keep saying Rise, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is the sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And it was very well done. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be some cash-in movie, that they were going to do some bullshit sequel to the original,
Mm-hmm.
but it was actually really good. I really enjoyed it. I'll probably pick it up on Blu-ray sometime soon.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I actually have watched any movies recently. Thinking about it now.
Yeah,
Wow, yeah.
I haven't been in the theater in a really long time.
I think Taken 3 was the last thing I saw in theaters outside of the Royal Rumble.
I think,
Though the digital film festival is on the go right now, and I was looking at the schedule, and I think I might be able to go see the 2 Kill Bill movies. They're playing back-to-back on Tuesday, so weather's good, I might go out and see those, since I've actually never seen them.
Yeah, you definitely should go see them. They're really good movies.
Mhm. And for whatever reason, they're showing all the X-Men movies too, which is like, are you going to pay me to see X-Men: The Last Stand? That's the only way I'm watching that movie in theaters.
Yeah, I'm trying to think in terms of release schedules. What's like the next big release in the
Kingsman.
movies?
Kingsman: Secret Service.
When's that?
That is February 13th, I think, that weekend.
Is that based on a graphic novel or a novel or?
And it's
Yeah.
based off a graphic novel by Mark Miller, same guy who did Kick-Ass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Jurassic World. That's like the movie for me that I will go see immediately at the theater on the day it's released.
Hmm. I might go see Jupiter Ascending this coming month.
Yeah,
Because
I don't know. That's kind of one of those movies that I'll wait to see it on Netflix.
I've got a couple of free passes, so it's like, yeah, I
Oh,
might
okay,
just
so-
use one for it. Plus, there's been rumors going around that the first Batman v Superman trailer is going to be attached to that, so
Hmm.
if I want to see the first trailer for that movie, I want to see it in IMAX. I don't want to watch it on YouTube.
Is it true that they're splitting up those movies into two
Uh,
parts?
Don't think so.
Okay, because I know there was a
think
rumor
even,
going
I
around.
think Henry Cavill actually said that no, that wasn't happening. But he's only an actor, so who knows?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think what is Jurassic World, like June, July?
June.
Man, that's far off. Same thing with Star Wars. Star Wars December.
December 18th.
Wow, that's really coming out this year. I can't believe
But
it.
hey, Avengers: Age of Ultron, May 1st.
Yeah, that's coming out too. I forgot that was coming out this year. For
And
some reason, I
Ant-Man.
thought it was next year. Ant-Man also. There's a lot of stuff coming out this year.
And Fantastic Four, which we didn't have a trailer talk this week, but the new trailer for that did get released.
I haven't seen it yet, the new
Um,
trailer.
it looks interesting.
Mm.
Like, it doesn't look anything like the Fantastic Four, but it looks interesting. They're going with the whole dark and gloomy type tone, and
Oh, they're trying to do the Dark Knight of the Fantastic Four.
to be honest with you, the first half of the trailer looks like a trailer for Interstellar.
Wow.
Yeah, it's caught my interest, but still, it's like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, I gotta go watch it now then. Well, yeah, I guess we could head into our shameless. I was about to say shameless.
Our pale promotion.
Ginger, shameless self-promotion. And for me, there's two videos that I've posted on YouTube, youtube.com/IsraelPacheco89 this week, and that is first one being my Nintendo pickups for the month of January, and my second video is my PlayStation Vita collection.
Woo!
And coming soon, most likely tomorrow, is going to be my PlayStation pickups for the month of January, which doing like separate videos for pickups now. So
Nice.
that's it for me. Moving it over to you. I'm sure you got a whole bunch of stuff.
A few things, yeah. I've continued on with my Ride to Hell playthrough. 2 new videos of that went up. The first one I would recommend watching. I actually had to do a slow-mo replay of one of the things that happened into it, just because it boggled my own mind when it happened. Great graphic design by those guys. I've been playing Citizens of Earth, which I mentioned earlier. I'm actually live streaming my entire playthrough of that game, so
Oh, sweet.
I've done 2 live streams of it so far. I'm hoping to do another one either tomorrow, the 31st, or probably on Monday. I won't be able to do it on Sunday because I'm working that night. So yeah, Citizens of Earth is up there. Come along when I'm playing, chat, name some characters, so on and so forth. I've also done a new unboxing video where I unboxed my Starfire statue, which is quite awesome.
I need to check that out.
And other than that, the comic shop pickups videos. Like yourself, I should have my January pickups video done soonish. I'm just waiting for my copy of Rebirth 2 to get here so I can do that. I think that's it. Oh yeah, I've also got a new series coming out very soon. And that is, I only posted it coming soon, but to say here officially, it is Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1. I bought the PC version, even though I own the Vita version, which I will eventually play after Tales of Hearts are. But I am actually super excited to get into that series. I've actually recorded a bit of a live action thing that I'm putting on the front of the first video just to talk about the game a little bit, because it is absolutely one of my favorite JRPG series in recent years, so really excited to share that game with everybody.
Sweet.
And as you mentioned, your Vita collection, you actually kind of inspired me. I want to do a collection video as well. I'm thinking either my Vita collection or probably my 3DS collection, which is a little bit more variety than my Vita one. I own a lot of digital Vita games.
Yeah.
So yeah, that might pop up at some point. Maybe I'll do a PS3 one, but it'd be cut up into like 50 parts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I didn't pick like a bigger collection. My next one will probably be like Wii U.
I can do the Wii U one. Smash, Bayonetta, Mario Kart. Done. But yeah, that does it for me for shameless self-promotion. So guys, if you have any questions and comments, quickly post that on Twitter. So yeah, any questions or comments for us, please leave them down below. Once again, we didn't have any. Uh, give people a 5-minute.
I just watched the Fantastic Four trailer and it looks
Hmm.
strange.
It looks like a sci-fi movie, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
At least it's not found footage, which was rumored to be going around for the longest time.
Now I'm watching the Avengers trailer, which I hadn't watched, which you're gonna kill me.
Oh, I'm drooling too much to kill you just thinking about the trailer again.
Speaking of Avengers, we didn't talk about the new Lego games.
Oh, yes! Yes! Lego
Oh, yeah.
Avengers. I
And
am
Lego
so
Jurassic
excited.
World. Oh my god.
You finally get your dinosaur game.
Yes. I'm picking that up immediately. I don't even care if it's garbage. Finally.
Pre-ordered day one. 3 copies. Every system.
Check it out. Yeah, this movie does look pretty badass.
Yeah, I am super, super excited for Age of Ultron.
Hulkbuster, sweet.
Man, that thing looks insane. And there's like, I'm not sure which trailer you're watching, but in one of the trailers, like, Tony just has the Hulk, like, by the head with one of his hands of the Hulkbuster armor, and it's like, man, that thing is massive in comparison to Hulk. He just, like, choke slams the Hulk down into the ground.
I'm reading this thing. The John Cena thing.
It's great, isn't it? Big Boss just sent me that. I love number 8.
Wow, he wasn't really a U.S. Marine. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the Avengers game too, because Lego Marvel was shit. I loved it. I played co-op that with my little brother, and we both had a really good time.
I need to get
I haven't
back
picked
to
up
that.
Lego Batman yet. I haven't picked that one up because I heard that one wasn't that great.
Lego Batman 3?
Yeah,
Huh.
I heard it was all right.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And it's weird because I'm a big Batman fan, so I don't know.
Speaking of, it's actually on sale on Steam right now for 50% off, $22.49. Of course, that's Canadian fucked up prices, but actually all the Lego games are on right now.
Oh man, Jurassic World. I can't wait. Let's see all I can't wait to like they have to have like stupid trophies like Bingo Dino DNA and like all those like one-liners.
Clever girl. If there is not a clever girl trophy,
Yeah.
boycott the fucking game.
Yeah, they need
Maybe
to
that'll
have
be the
some-
platinum trophy. Clever
They need
girl.
to have some like Jeff Goldblum like ha ha all those weird sounds that he fucking makes. Dude, have you seen Troy Baker on the kind of funny like
Oh,
Game
yes.
Greggy
Yeah,
show?
yeah. I
Dude,
saw
when
that.
he was doing those impersonations, they were fucking great.
Yeah, his
Of
walk.
Christopher Walken, and then he did it's fucking classic.
Yeah,
Jeff Goldblum. It was so good.
yeah, yeah.
Great, man. That's the only part that I've seen. I haven't seen the whole episode.
Yeah, I watched 2 parts of it. That one and the one after. Never watched the beginning with Troy, though. Alright, well, it looks like we're not going to get any questions and comments, so let's wrap up this show, why don't we? So, Izzy, take us away.
So, Canuck 69.
Wow, chicka wow wow.
We need what's his face music. Valvina's "Hello, ladies." Yeah, thanks guys for checking us out. Checking out the show. Sticking with us. It's been a long time coming, I guess. That's a pun.
And that's going to be the title of the episode. Long
Yeah.
time coming.
That was not intentional either. But yeah, I appreciate you guys checking us out. Let us know in the comment section down below about any news stories, gaming topics, games we've played, movies, TV shows you've watched, anything. Let us know down below. I'm talking to you, baby Patico. Nice video. I need that.
I haven't heard from him in a long time now.
Yeah, I haven't either. So we'll see. So as always, for Lord X, I am Israel Pacheco 89. And yeah, we'll catch you next time.
Excelsior!